Welcome back to KSNT News at 6:30. In the next half hour, a D.C. intern from Kansas is in big trouble. A mental health center pleads for funding to provide some basic needs to patients, and the torch is passed. Officers are out this morning to raise money for the Special Olympics. But first, we have an update on the state budget battle. 105 days and more than $600,000 of your money has been thrown out the window. Take a look at this. The legislative session that was supposed to be over 15 days ago continues this morning, and during each second of overtime, you can watch your money drain away. Check out this ticker on the KSNT.com homepage to watch those dollars add up very quickly. Lawmakers continue to rack up the overtime today. KSNT News reporter Zaldi DeJungen tells us what
Natalie,
they're working on.
I'm live here at the State House, where in just a few hours, lawmakers will debate the proposal they passed yesterday that should cut the shortfall in half. The problem? There's no way to pay for what they approve, so they have to discuss what to cut. Right now, the proposal is expected to cut around $400 million from state agencies and public schools and public safety programs. It will also impose a 5.9% across-the-board cut to all government spending. Now, the Senate is leaning towards creating an amnesty for delinquent taxpayers, and today they'll also be discussing decreasing the sales tax on food. But the bill does little to close the projected $406 million shortfall, and today the Joint Tax Committee will meet at 11 this morning here at the State House. Live at the State House, Zaldi DeJungen, KSNT News.
All right, thanks so much, Zaldi. They are certainly in a sticky situation. Still no final solution on the budget. The clock is ticking. State workers are just 3 days away from possible furloughs. If an agreement is made, you'll be the first to know. Sign up for our text alerts at KSNT.com or download our mobile app. If residents in Southwest Topeka thought they were mad before, a new development we're monitoring this morning could make them even madder. There may be more construction headaches headed to Urish. This morning, the Shawnee County Commission is considering whether to spend $1.7 million on a new project. It would widen Urish from 2 lanes to 5 lanes between Southwest 17th and Southwest 21st. We told you on Tuesday, residents are already bogged down by safety concerns from current construction. An intern for Congresswoman Lynn Jenkins brought a gun to work. This morning, we have new details for you and a word from his fiancée. Joshua Wheeler of Atchison just completed his first year at Benedictine College. He's a summer intern for Jenkins in Washington, D.C. During a routine security screening on Monday morning, a security guard spotted an unloaded 9mm pistol in his bag. He said he didn't remember it was in there. Now his fiancée is concerned for a future he's worked hard for.
It was definitely a mistake. I don't see him doing this on purpose. This meant everything to him. I talked to him all the time. He told me how much fun he was having, how many people he was meeting.
We don't know what charges, if any, he may face, but we do know the weapon was legally purchased and registered to Wheeler. Kansans with mental health issues may not be getting the help they need. So this morning, Lyon County commissioners will discuss a request for more funding headed in that direction. The Mental Health Center of East Central Kansas is asking for $75,000. They hope to fill what they call an unmet need in the community. The center's director says they want to hire more overnight staff so the center can stay open 24/7. Social workers at the center say they've seen more patients than ever before.
Depression and anxiety, people like you and me who are going through extraordinary times, and they don't have the social supports or the resources to get through the day.
Habercorn says many other mental health centers are facing similar budget constraints. A Kansas Marine was honored in California along with 5 of his fellow Marines. They were all killed in Nepal during a helicopter crash. Wichita native Captain Christopher Norgren and the other Marines were part of a joint task force with the Nepalese military. They were working to help victims of Nepal's massive earthquakes. They were honored at a ceremony yesterday on Camp Pendleton in California. The U.S. Army is working to help both soldiers and their family members. Fort Riley hosted a program yesterday designed to help military families get by a little easier when their loved ones are deployed or moved around the country. 65% of military spouses have some college education, but the constant moving often means spouses get paid less, 25% less on average. The goal of yesterday's forum was to teach them how to find and get the right kind of jobs.
I'll be moving to Korea in the next couple months, so again, this training event's going to be huge for me. It's going to be a chance for me to learn how to kind of get started right away and not have any downtime, and that way I can stay motivated and not be discouraged by the PCS, by the move.
Potential employers were at the event, a great opportunity for spouses who expect to stay at Fort Riley for the foreseeable future. To find out more about the AUSA Family Forum, check out the link we've posted to KSNT.com. We're following another exciting venture today at Fort Riley. Today at noon, officers will gather to do another leg of the Flame of Hope run for the Special Olympics. Our KSNT News reporter Zaldi DeUnion was there live yesterday when Topeka officers started their run from the State House. Almost 1,000 police officers across the state will run hundreds of miles to raise money for the Special Olympics. It all culminates with the Special Olympics Games in Wichita tomorrow. Today, a new terminal at the Eisenhower National Airport in Wichita is officially open. State and local officials were on hand as the terminal marked its first day of business. A United Airlines flight to Chicago was the first plane out of the new terminal. It has 12 gates on 2 levels. There's still more work to be done around the terminal, though, and that could take up to a year. A longtime Lawrence manufacturer is shutting down its production center later this year. Canadean has made cargo straps and similar products in Lawrence since 1989, but we've just learned they're moving to Alabama. The company says 23 people will lose their jobs. Some office workers will stay in Lawrence until December 2016. Now, an update to a story we told you about earlier this week. That baby elk at the Topeka Zoo. It's a girl. Her name is Maple, and zoo officials say she's doing well. The zoo says she's in the yard with the other elk, but Mama Elk tends to hide her, so it might be a little tough to see her for a while. She should be more visible within the next few weeks as Mom loosens those apron strings. Now, Kyle, I know we've got chances of rain kind of sprinkled throughout the week. When's the best time to go visit Little Maple?
Honestly, Natalie, probably on Saturday. We're tracking a lot of sunshine early on for the upcoming weekend, but still a lot of rain-free time between now and then. However, if it's going to be raining at your place, it's going to be pouring a lot. So here's a live look outside this morning from Max Track Radar. You can see really what I'm talking about here. The vast majority of northeast Kansas, 38 minutes after 6 on your Thursday, is dry. However, where it is raining, it's raining very, very heavy. Keep in mind, when Max Track shows you the brighter colors, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, that of course means the heavier the rain. So right now on the Nebraska line between Hiawatha and Falls City in Nebraska, there's a heavy shower and thunderstorm there. A nasty thunderstorm now moving into the southern portion of the city limits in Concordia in Cloud County. Raining buckets there in central Cloud County, and even a better chance for showers and thunderstorms, some organized ones lining out literally in south central Nebraska. These are moving down to the south and east this morning. Will probably hit places like Washington and far north and eastern portions of Washington County within the next hour or so. These are what we're tracking for today, really kind of fitting the bill for what the Storm Prediction Center is tracking for us across northeast Kansas too. That enhanced risk for severe weather remains today along US 36 and north of the highway. Everybody else is under a slight risk for severe weather today. I want to reiterate, it won't be raining everywhere all day long. However, heavy rains already in a couple locales across northeast Kansas. Future track showing you just that. Most of the heaviest showers and thunderstorms will be north of the highway today, but we cannot rule out the chance for some of those migrating down to the south like we saw yesterday. We try to dry things out and clear things out by dinner time, but a better chance for more organized showers and thunderstorms after dinner into the evening hours. Then we dry things out completely heading into our Friday. Your forecast for today, 87 degrees. We are warm, humid, and breezy with those storms popping already to our north. It is 6:40. We'll be right back.